We've had a lot of challenges recently, and at this point, those challenges I'm just pretty certain are going to impact the channel
Yeah.
fairly significantly, maybe. So we'll tell you as much detail as we possibly can about that. Let's get started. I'll cut to the chase right now so you don't have to watch a whole bunch of this just to get the most major point. Christys' mother passed away Sunday night, last Sunday night. We're shooting this on Saturday evening. Hopefully you're seeing it on Sunday morning. And yeah, it's been a big week for us. We've been here in North Carolina all week at this point. The services were Friday. We knew that Christys' mother was not in good condition. She's had lung cancer now for quite some time. I don't remember how long.
Almost a year.
Okay.
Over a year.
And it's been progressing worse and worse. We knew that. And recently we found out that it had metastasized to the brain. Somewhere in the rear of the brain, she had a tumor. And we made a visit here 3 or 4 weeks ago. Very happy we did.
Yeah, it was a great week with her and Dad, and we were able to do a lot of things together, and yeah, I'm glad we were.
Yeah, it was a good time. So let's go back a little bit, even further in time. I believe it was late March, right?
Yeah.
We went to Wyoming and Montana with Cloud Store. And you've heard us talking about this reverse auction at Cloud Store on the channel here for quite some time. Well, we made a visit there, and we shot and looked at all of these tractors as in-depth as we possibly could, and took video of it and tried to really go through and help you guys to be able to make good decisions on those tractors. Well, when we got back from that trip is when we then came to North Carolina.
You're right.
And of course that was a rush for us. We were away for nearly a week at Cloud Store, and then more than a week here in North Carolina, and we've been scrambling to try to keep up with projects and videos through that whole time. And then more recently, near the end of April here, we went to Colorado, where we visited 21st Century Equipment again, a long-term partner that we've been dealing with for at least a couple of years.
Right.
And we had an incredible time there. We got to meet a lot of viewers at a kind of a meet and greet, or it's almost like the old John Deere Drive Green events, where they got to come out and experience the tractors for themselves, and we had, a lot of giveaways, things like that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
But on our last day there, we got a call that Christys' mother was declining rapidly.
Right. So we flew directly from Colorado to Raleigh, North Carolina, where I grew up in eastern North Carolina.
We haven't been home to our Indiana home
house
for quite some time now. When we got here, we didn't have any clean clothes at all. And the dirty clothes that we did have were totally inappropriate for the situation we faced. And quite frankly, that was no big deal. It just added to the challenge, right? We didn't get here in time to see your mom before she passed this time. I'm thankful that we got to see her 3 weeks ago. She was in fairly good condition then. She was funny.
Yeah.
She was cracking more jokes in some ways than I've heard her maybe ever.
Yeah.
She was really fun that week, and we're just glad for that. The community here, folks, I wish those of you who don't live in a tight-knit community, I wish you could experience what we experienced here over this past week. The community here is stunning. I mean,
incredible.
We had at least every hour we had another full meal delivered to us.
A lot of times, yeah. Pies and cakes and muffins and...
Oh, and then some people just brought plates and plasticware and...
cups and...
One family brought us toilet paper.
I won't mention you, but I think you watch.
I guess what I'm trying to say is anything we could possibly want, someone thought of.
Yeah.
And it's incredible to live in a community like that. I think some of you will understand. If you do, leave a comment below. That's
Even a breakfast casserole.
yeah. One viewer, TTWT viewer,
Yeah.
and friend here brought us a breakfast casserole, which was just, he said, most people don't think of that. And
Yeah.
we wouldn't have probably thought of that. It was
No.
incredible. We're finally beginning to slow down on all the visits at this point, and today we got Christy's dad out for a little while, and we did a little shopping. We went to well, we just happened to be driving by, and we saw an antique tractor show.
And you know where there's tractors, Tim's gonna stop.
We had to stop, yeah, and Christy's dad, Bobby, was enjoying looking at the tractors for just a few minutes. We saw several old farmhalls. I believe the A's, Super A's, and the 140s were just really popular in this area. I think for tending tobacco and cotton and all, they were really well suited, and so they were very popular.
Also saw an Alice G.
Yeah, Alice Chalmers G, the nicest condition one I've ever seen.
I don't think I've seen one in the wild, just in pictures.
We saw a hit and miss engine.
Yeah.
It was running, and the best part to me was when the guy put his hand on it to stress it a little bit, and it started hitting more frequently.
Yeah.
I counted when it was just idling that there was 13 rounds before it would hit again. And then when he put his hand on the pulley, it was only a 2 horsepower engine. He could put his hand on the pulley, slow it down, it would hit every other round. I thought
neat.
that was neat. Not long, folks, but it was just a special treat for us, I guess. You know, sometimes your priorities shift a little bit when you're in a situation like this. Shifting gears a little bit, coming up, we have another time consumer. This one hopefully will be more joyous. Our daughter Catriel is getting married in June, early June. And so we will be traveling. That's going to be happening in the Baltimore, D.C. area. We'll be traveling for that. And maybe taking a few days of vacation after that particular event. So my point is, we haven't had time to shoot many videos.
No.
Christy hasn't had time to edit videos. And quite frankly, we've just had higher priorities. And we apologize for that. I know a lot of you really enjoy watching our videos. I just would appreciate your patience with us. Would appreciate it if you would, well, go back and watch a rerun, right?
Yeah.
If you're thinking about buying something, visit one of our sponsors and don't forget code TTWT, right? We'd really appreciate that. We will be back. And we know we have at least 2, there may be 3 episodes that we've already shot. As soon as we get time, we'll do some editing on that, but we're not going to prioritize it over this most precious family time that we're dealing with right now.
Yeah. And I would add one other thing. If you don't have a church family, find one.
Yep. 2 things here. If you don't know Christ, get to know Him. Folks, every one of us, is going to die unless the Lord returns before we die, and in which case, well, in either case, get to know Christ. And Christy's point is that we need our church family. In addition to our relationship with Christ, we need the support. We cannot do this on our own.
No.
We cannot. Folks, we appreciate your prayers. We appreciate your support over the years. It's
stunning.
It's stunning. I mean, we have viewers here at your mom's funeral.
Oh, yeah.
We met viewers at the tractor show this afternoon.
And then we went out to eat for dinner. Another viewer.
Another viewer.
Thank you.
Thank you. We know we're not the biggest channel ever, but we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and He will dwell with them. They will be His people, and God Himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away."